He adores watching her, even in her awkwardness, the way her slender trunk curves into her hips, the childlike gusto in her gait. Only a couple of nights before, they knocked about restlessly, and as morning approached, she jumped in the fjord while he sat and watched from the shore. Her fair skin shimmered in the blue darkness as she came up out of the water. She came naked toward him with her broad hips and halted in front of him, dripping and smiling, and wrung her long hair down on him, dousing his face. She lay down in the grass, and with their faces turned toward each other, they talked until day. In the light in which he sees her when he thinks of it, in that light, she is exhilarating, naked and almost unbelievable. And yet it's not the way she looks. There's something else about her, a determination, as if she is driven by some private purpose. He's not sure. She's the one, always, who determines the direction of their discussions, the moods that prevail between them. It makes her seem completely alien to him. In this way, he becomes somewhat alien to himself. He does things that only a few months ago, before he knew her, he would not have comprehended. Things that would have made him think, no one can be worth such humiliation. Like now, for instance, as he raises his hand and knocks on her door again, without response. He shouts her name, and then again, and at this she appears once more, though she scarcely looks at him, only places her hands flat against his chest to push him away. "What is it you don't understand, Ul?" she says. "Go home." He sees her swollen face and wishes only to stay. Yet he pulls up his hood and turns to leave. And Folkví closes the door behind him and feels distraught at the injustice of fate, that now he must wander home, disappointed and without release. To this she is not indifferent. Old's visit sparks an irritability in her that she doesn't know what to do with, and now she drinks with even less restraint than before. She thinks about love, how unfair it is, the weird twining threads of the Norns. The wind buffets the house in the night. It rushes wildly in the pines. At dawn, the rain pours down. Folkví stands outside in it, leaning against the fence that encloses the headman's yard, a hand on the smooth oak wood. She is drunk and distant, removed from herself. She stands in the rain and barely senses it fall. She barely senses the morning light, either. Yet it lends her a certain mood, a feeling that perhaps everything will be all right. The world is still here. It's hard to think beyond that. She has been offered a lull in her woe. She sits down on one of the big stones in front of the fence and looks across the meadowland in the direction of the village, sees the sky change color as the rain begins to ease. Everything is still, and everything has meaning. Her cold feet, the slow shift of sky as the darkness dissolves from below. It is a familiar feeling. Now she is sitting here. She trembles from the alcohol, from hunger and cold, but the stone on which she sits is good, and over the pines light seeps through the cover of cloud. It is a gray and yellow morning. Her breathing is shallow. Yesterday is a physical thing that fills her body. It is not a thought. She feels her buttocks against the stone. All that exists now is she herself, the stone, and the meadows that came long before her, and also the rising sun. The stone is smooth with rain. How strange it is that time still passes, even though Áslakr has said he is to marry. It is wild and brutal. But the sun, unmoved, still draws its chariot across the sky. Day after day, it is indifferent.